My God. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Africa. Good morning, world. My name is Barrister Pink Republic, aka the Princess of Umuku Oka, Anambra State. Yes, we have a lot to discuss today. But firstly, I want to dive into I'll kick off with the criminal matters. Yeah, a criminal matter. It's about an attack in a store in Texas. So let me start like this. A Texas man is charged with murder after beating a man to death, throwing a can of beer at his car. However, the beer had actually been left on the hood of his car by his own passenger. So let me establish the story very, very well. Okay? A 35-year-old Yemint Ong was left laying behind a Houston gas station for 12 hours after suffering an incredibly vicious beating. 911 was not called until a patron saw him lying on the ground, suffering from obvious serious trauma. The person who called 911 did so despite the protest of other patrons who she quoted as saying, "Whatever you do, do not call 911." The 911 call was placed on May 23rd at approximately 9:30 p.m. An ambulance responded and transported Ong to a nearby hospital. That's the person that killed the person, actually. Authorities quickly determined the suspects and the motives in this completely senseless death. 22-year-old Lancelot Martinez was arrested and charged with murder. During the investigation, police determined on the day the beating had occurred, Martinez's passenger had left a beer bottle on the hood of Martinez's car. As Martinez was leaving the gas station, the bottle rolled off. Martinez, who assumed the bottle had been thrown at the car, flew into a complete rage. He exited his vehicle and began assaulting random gas station patrons who were luckily able to run away before being badly hurt. Eventually, Martinez sadly got a hold of Mr. Ong. Martinez savagely beat him. He was unrelenting. Police estimated Ong suffered at least 20 serious blows to his head, causing the blunt force trauma that would eventually take his life. Again, he was only 35 years old when he passed away. Had no clue why he was being beaten. It should be noted that Martinez entered the gas station, assaulting every person he could. He did not try to specifically identify anyone who might have thrown this bottle that was never thrown. As for the patron who finally called 911, she believes had anyone else cared or taken the time to check on Mr. Hong, he could have been saved. Remember, they were telling her not to call 911. Can you just imagine, people? She's appalled that so many people demanded or insisted she should not call 911. Lancelot Martinez was arrested on June 5th of June and charged with the murder of Yemint Ong. He is currently being held in the Harris County Jail. Yemint Ong will be remembered as a kind and gentle man that wouldn't hurt a fly. He was a well-liked man that everyone genuinely liked. Many people are heartbroken at his loss. Our thoughts are with the family and friends of Yemint Ong. We do hope they receive the justice they deserve. So this is the picture where when he entered the supermarket, I started beating anybody, and he didn't even check his car to find out if there was like a dent. You know, when you throw a can of beer, then you'll see a dent. No, it actually rolled over from another car to his car. So that's why you have to take hold. It's not easy, but you have to take hold of him. I know what he's thinking. Oh, maybe because he's a Mexican, usually a Mexican, because from his name, you be hearing Martinez, you know he's Mexican. Maybe and somebody that don't like him has done this to him. You have to take control of your emotions. I know there's enough racism in the United States, but I don't know the rage this guy was. I don't know what he's going through that he became so angry that he started beating anybody. Entered the supermarket and said, you have to take hold of yourself, control yourself. Everybody can be angry, but you have to learn to control yourself. Now he's facing murder charge. Now the person that they beat today, they don't even know what he did. Now, because of this story, I will move over to the movie section, because there's a film that is trending now. It is called Straw. That Straw is trending because of this woman. In case you don't understand, this woman actually lost her child a day before, and when she woke up in the morning, she was still seeing her child as if all was well. She was speaking to her child, and she also received a call from the school as if all these people that want to take away their children, social services, they want to take away her child because she has not fed her child very well. This woman, because of what she was going through, she was presumed robbing a bank. Because why? Her boss sacked her. She lost her job. The time she was she went back to meet the boss to give her money. The boss said she was going to cash. Before she even met her boss, she went back home. They threw away her load. Oh my God, that film, I cried. It is called Straw. This film Straw is a must watch, and this thing is teaching somebody that is it okay for people to be wearing their name tag? Because when the armed robbers entered, the first thing they saw was they set her up by looking at her name tag, and they called her as if they knew her, and she ended up shooting the armed robber. And the boss, instead of the boss to chill, I understand what's happening. I don't know these people, and they just called my name. He started calling the police. Instead of then calling the police for the police to investigate, he started implicating her as he was calling, and she shot him. She took the blooded check, went to a bank, and because of the child's experiments that they gave them in church before the child passed, they thought that she came into the bank with a bomb. See, it's a must watch. But I will warn you, you might cry when you watch this movie. That is the only thing I will tell you. So I'll quickly move over to a Nigerian movie. I want you people to watch it. Yes. Because people are still stealing our artifacts. That is the truth. Our artifacts are still being stolen. So the title of this movie is called The Fire and the Moth. That movie is on Prime. You can find that Prime. Then The Straw, before I move, The Straw, you find that one on Netflix, right? It's a Netflix series. But this one I'm speaking about is called The Fire and the Moth. So you can see that you think it's in the past when the colonial masters came in that they are stealing our artifacts. No, it has not stopped. This film is showcasing that people still boggle our museums to steal our artifacts, and they pay we the people of Nigeria to do this for them, to carry out these crimes, just to make quick money. And we still enable them, and you people will still be online shouting, they did this to us, they stole our artifacts. What about you? What about you, Nigerian, a Nigerian like myself? Don't you have a sense of belonging, of protecting your own artifacts? Yes, it's in the museum. For it to be in the museum means it is for everybody, and they kept it there. Anytime you come to the museum, you view Instead, they bogu the Oyo State Museum. That is according to the movie. So you can watch The Fire and the Moth. It's a Nigerian movie, Nigerian and Hollywood movie, and but it's more or less Nigerian where they shot the movie. I enjoyed watching this movie. I would like more of this, right? So go and watch it. It came out since May 16th, but I just recently watched it. I really enjoyed it. It was on my list for a while before I watched it. I would like you to watch this movie, The Fire and the Moth. You can watch it on Prime. When you say Prime, Amazon, the Amazon app. So let me dive in. So Portia Williams' estranged husband Simon Gobadia is deported to Nigeria after months in ICE custody. Portia Williams' estranged husband Simon Gobadia was released from ICE custody and deported back to his home country Nigeria after spending months at a detention center. US Weekly reports. Gobadia's friend and business partner Tyler Sabet told US Weekly that the Nigerian-born businessman was sent on a flight back home a couple of days ago. The US Department of Homeland Security website no longer lists Gobadia as being in their system. The US also obtained a selfie taken by Simon on Monday, that is June 9th of June. Serviet said Gobadia, 61, was in good spirits after a tough experience at the detention center, which was the first time he had ever been behind bars. Serviet added that Gobadia is not mad at President Trump and would like a sit down with him. You know, in case people don't know, the United States visa now, I think when you have if you can commit, I think $5 million to the system, you are going to get a visa. Not only a visa, a citizenship, if you can commit it to the economy. So for now, so you have to make proper research, not that you had it from my mouth, before you commit your money to the wrong hands. Yep. Before the last story is a little bit lengthy. That is why I wanted to take that story. But if you watch, you see, I want to beg the whole world. It is not the whole Nigerians that are fraudulent, because I saw it on Kampala Kwame. Yeah, Kampala Kwame, when Toto, that DJ, she wanted to go for plastic surgery in Nigeria. And the only thing they were telling her that Nigeria, you're going to Nigeria where there is fraud. Now, do you know how many we are? We are over 250 million. So you believe that the whole 250 million of Nigeria, they are all fraudulent? Why not pay attention to the people that we have more people doing great things, more Nigerians doing great things abroad than the fraudulent people? Nigerians were very, very intelligent, very, very intelligent, but does not mean we are fraudulent people. I think people should correct that impression and stop saying Nigerians are fraudulent. We are not fraudulent. The person that is fraudulent, please name that person. Do you understand? Name that person that is fraudulent. And when we do something good, the way you are hyping that fraud name, also hype the good part of Nigeria. Thank you very much, as you also listen to me in that aspect, because this fraud, I don't like it. I work so hard for my money. My parents work so hard to put me where I am now. So when you still calling Nigerians fraud, and that's why sometimes Nigerians, they'll say, some of them will say they've known us of fraud, now most start doing the fraud. No, it is not encourageable. Please stop using that. Anybody that committed fraud, please name that person. And anybody that is doing good, also name that person. It's not when somebody commits fraud in Nigeria, you hype it so much that the person that is that is doing good, you will not want to mention the person. That is not fair, and I will say it to the world today. So now my last story is about a father-in-law and a mother-in-law. A Nigerian woman in shock after discovering her widowed dad, that is father, and married mother-in-law who came to her house in the UK for Mugo, began a secret affair under her roof. You know, back in those days in Nigeria, it means nothing.
Really too pale.
It means nothing when especially when your parents come for you.
The Bluetooth
but now
is connected successfully.
But now people are beginning to show us that you have to be very careful. This old mama and papa, G2, they worry them. You have to be smart about the whole thing. So I want to play this video. I don't know if the lady in the video that was her experience, but I don't think so. But this time around, I just want you to pay attention to her so that you understand where she's coming from. And if you have experienced this, don't forget to put your comments under this video.
When I tell you that things are happening, just know that a lot is happening. Her father came to do Obugo because her mom is late. So she was like, okay, it's an opportunity for my father to come abroad, you understand? Also, they did visa for the mother-in-law because so the husband did for his mother while she did for her father, and they both came abroad to do Obugo for her. And when they got abroad, Obugo was going on nicely. You know, it was just an opportunity to bring the father abroad, you know, to enjoy himself. At least go enjoy fruit of his labor before he goes. 2 months into Obugo, the father-in-law and the mother-in-law, what should be afraid? I don't know if I should be laughing or I should be serious. Let me be serious. So they started dating. The father-in-law and the mother-in-law started dating. Nobody knew about it until one day when the girl, because they have a camera in the house, but the camera is connected to the girls, to the woman's phone, to the girl's phone. So she was like, oh, let me just see what's going on with the baby at home. That was what she discovered. She went through some clips and she discovered that in under her roof, things are happening. So now the problem is for her to now, because now both of them have 6 months in the house before they go. They have 3 rooms in the house. Let me explain better. They have 3 rooms in the house. The husband and the wife is living in one room. They use one room as baby room, which also, you know, the mother-in-law which also doubles up as the mother-in-law's room. But they have a standard another room that has 2 beds in it. You understand? But even if you're about it, you see. My question is, when will you put a grown-up man and a grown-up woman in a room? My problem is the mother is still married though. The mother-in-law is still married, her husband is in Nigeria. But if a grown-up man and woman they will not see themselves, but it's indiscipline. It's can judge. Let me just continue. She doesn't even know how to tell her husband what's going on in the house. And she knows that later or sooner her husband will discover. To when they discover, Pepe will scatter. Because yes, you know about it and you're encouraging it, you're supporting it because your father is a widower and you know your mom is married. It's your plan, that is where the girl's problem is. She doesn't know how to call her husband and talk to her husband about it because they've just spent 2 months in abroad and both of them still have 6 months and they've started having an affair with themselves. She want to send her father back home, or is it the mother that wants to send back home? Or how do you think she can convince her father or talk to her father about this? What did he hear? What to imagine? So how can she go about it? How can she tell her father without causing problems? How can she actually put it to her husband without causing issues and letting him know that, no, I don't know about this thing, I just found out from the camera and all that? How can you convince your mother? How can we talk to both of them? Or how can we individually talk to our parents so this can...
So that is the story actually. Me too, I'm also in shock. Like, some people, I don't know, it's like they cannot do without sex. And some people actually underestimate their parents. That is the truth about this thing. So, I think I will round up my show for now. I hope you enjoyed this segment of my show. You enjoyed the movie Straw and the other Nigerian movie. What's the name of the other Nigerian movie? I did not. That's the difference between short and long titles. It will be easy for you to assimilate. The Fire and the Mud. So the 2 movies I discussed today is Straw. Then the other, it's Straw is on Prime. While you find the Fire and the Mud in Prime. Why Straw is Netflix. Okay, don't forget to sponsor my show as I'm rounding up. So don't forget to also shop at Anthony Supermarket, 87B Olani Street, New Okoba, Lagos. So bye for now. I hope you enjoyed it.